In this solution for our lab exercise, we have created a simple two-activity application. The first activity being a notification creator, and the second activity being the list of cards for the bonus part of the exercise. Let's start by taking a look at the dependencies for this solution. We see in our dependencies that we have both the recycler view and the card view added as dependencies in order to implement the bonus aspect of the exercise. We will get to them later in this solution. But now, let's take a look at the UI of our main activity for this application. In the UI for our main activity, similar to the UI we saw in our example application for the notification section, we have fields for the title of the notification, the content text or message, a checkbox for adding action buttons to the notification, and a create button for creating the notification. In addition, we have a radio group for selecting an icon for the notification from the icons downloaded from the GitHub resource listed in the lab exercise. Now let's take a look at the Java code for this activity. In the constants and members for this activity, we have a constant for the notification ID for the notification, which any new submission will replace as an old submission will have the same ID. We also have members for all the views in the UI for later examination and extraction. And we have constants and members for shared resources preferences, storing the number of notifications created in order to complete the bonus aspect of the exercise. In our onCreate method, we attach the references to our radio group, title edit text, message edit text, and add action button checkbox. Then we obtain a notification manager and get our shared preferences used for counting the number of notifications that have been previously created. In our onButtonClick callback method, onCreateNotification, we write the new count to the editor. In case none have been created, we start at the default value of 1, or at 0 default plus 1 iteration, which we write back to the editor and to our shared preferences. We then create a new instance of a notification builder and set the title and the content text. After setting the title and the content, we run a switch and case on the different selected icons. We then set the appropriate small icon for the matching image with the desired resolution. If the Add Action Button checkbox is checked, we add an action button to the notification. But first we need to prepare an intent for opening our bonus card list. We can do this by preparing a normal intent the way we would for starting an activity. We even add an extra for the number of times the Create button has been pressed. Finally, we generate a pending intent from that given intent, and we add that to our action button. Now when the action button is clicked in the notification, it will open our second activity, the count activity, with a given parameter for the number of times the Create button has been clicked. Let's take a look at the second activity now. As we saw in our previous code example on cards in the recycler view, we create a simple recycler view with a linear layout manager, an adapter for creating a list of cards with simple dummy text. Now let's run the application on our emulator. We see in our main activity the form for creating a notification. So let's fill it out and create our first notification. We see the notification displayed in the notification area and in the notification drawer. Now let's create a few more notifications. We see that each time a new notification is created, it replaces the previous one since they have the same notification ID. Now let's create another notification and give it an action button. Now when we open the notification drawer, we see the action button is displayed, and when we click on it, We are taken to our card list activity with a number of dummy cards equal to the number of notifications we have created, or in this case 4. Thank you for joining us in this solution to the Material Lab exercise.